All right, and hello everybody. Hope you're all doing fantastic today. So this live stream, I'm going to be working on this painting, and possibly I have another canvas that I painted over underneath it, and I'm not necessarily sure if I'm going to work on that as well today. But I did have a very specific name for today's live stream, and it's this idea that art and painting is a way for the world to reveal itself to you. And what I mean by that I find interesting, I mean, of course you could make an argument for both, but I was drawing in public the other day at an event outdoors. There's a public event outdoors. And as I was drawing, I was reminded of the fact that when you draw outside, one thing that could get overwhelming is that these things just start to appear. You start to see a plant here, and you have to think, do I draw it? You start to see a set of stairs. You start to see a tree. You start to see a plant, a pot, and all these things just layered around each other. And when you're drawing, you have to decide what's important, what's not important, or if you're just going to draw all of it. And it can get overwhelming if you're not prepared for it. And what I find interesting about the drawing experience is this idea that when you're drawing, these things just start to appear to you. These things just start to make themselves apparent for you. It's like they appear out of nowhere. One second you're drawing somebody's head, and the next second, there's a building in the background that you notice, and you got to draw that, and you don't really notice it once you begin. And what it made me think about was the difference between painting, and photography. So I realized that in photography, what's going on, Riley? How you doing? So in photography, I'm sharing this experience that I had drawing the other day, and just thinking about the differences between photography and painting. And when it comes to photography, I think about this idea that you have to be hyper-focused, right? Photography is about, and I don't speak for all photographers, I've only done amateur photography, but photography is about capturing a specific thing, something very specific, a scene, an object, an idea. Of course you want to get the lighting, the mood right, all these things, but at the end of the day, photography is just about capturing that one specific thing most of the time. A selfie is yourself, with stuff in the background, or a food item, or whatever. And that's what photography is ultimately about. Most photographers want to catch the moment, a very specific idea. But when you're drawing, that I felt the other day while I was drawing in public, was this idea that the world just kind of reveals itself to you no matter where you start, whether you're sitting behind somebody or wherever you're starting to draw from, whatever that perspective is, there's ways that the world kind of just reveals itself to you. Whereas if you're doing photography, you kind of got to move around for the best shot. You say, oh well, there's these people's heads here, so it's not a good position, so let me move and take a photo over here, right? Or these people are in the way, this building's in the way, this composition's bad. And of course all those elements are important as far as painting goes. But at the same time, if you sit down and you draw, or if you paint something, it's an opportunity to let the world reveal itself to you. So that's my starting message of the day. And from there, we're going to go ahead and get painting. But, Riley, how's it going? What's up with you? What's new now that I've completed my monologue here? And if you're just tuning in, feel free to backtrack to the monologue if you feel like you want to enjoy the message that I was just presenting. So right now I gotta lower this. We're gonna bring this down, and we're gonna just start painting on this piece right here. And you know what? There's some stuff that I see right at the beginning that I want to get rid of. So there's a couple paint boogers and cat hairs. Now I don't mind that stuff getting on, but only if it's on purpose, and I don't feel like some of these paint boogers were on purpose. So I'm gonna pop them off. Let's give it a little good little scrape. There's not too many, just the big ones I want to get rid of. The really distracting ones. There's a couple that are distracting, so I'm gonna just scrape them off, give them a little boop, give them a little. That one's okay. Where else? Anything else? Right here. That's a little one that I don't want. There's another one. And that's it for now. So I hope you're all doing fantastic. We're going to continue on with this painting right here. Got my supplies ready, got everything open. So we're going to go ahead and get started. But Riley, how's it going? How are you doing? And anybody else who's here. Photography documents the world, but painting allows you to interpret the whole world as a painting to you now. Wonderful, Mark. Yes, that's another way of seeing it for sure. So totally coming up with a unique way of saying these things makes us feel important, doesn't it? So yeah, you know, I felt like I had an eye-opening moment when I came to that conclusion. But of course, this is stuff I usually like to include in my Instagram posts. The philosopher artist. The excitement of being a philosopher artist. By the way, I have this part of the painting that I gotta update. So there's this piece too that I kind of wanted to work on. Let me see. Kind of scared to do it because I don't know if I'll be able to get the same color again. But this ear is bothering me. The ear on this piece is bothering me a little bit on one of the characters. So I feel the need to work on it. But let's see, what is people saying? Keep up the great work. Javi Hav, thank you. So I feel like I need to work on the ear on this part a little bit. So let's bring in a little bit of I'm trying to figure out how I made this color, right? I probably could just use a little bit of blue and cerulean blue and viridian and maybe white. Cerulean blue. Lay down a cerulean blue right there. And some viridian. Let's lay down a little bit of viridian next to it. Red, orange, yellow, blue, green. Be a little bit more organized with my color palette. Bring in some yellow. You know, the one thing I don't like about this streaming format, the sideways, is that the messages, the messages disappear so quickly. Red, orange, yellow, green. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue. I'll lay down some yellow right here in the middle. I think I've made it I don't know how long this will last, but I'm making it an effort to see how long I can keep my paints organized for, my paint colors. And something tells me it's not going to be very long, but worth a shot anyway. So let's see. I'm looking for this green right here. It's a very light green, so I'm going to bring in our green. I'm going to try to mix it with this yellow. Yeah, actually that's not bad. A little bit of this viridian was perfect. This viridian with the white. So I need to get it a little bit lighter with this white here. Honestly, I think that's it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So got lucky there. Just a straight viridian with a little bit of yellow. And let's see what we can do about this area right here. So I'll have to just use this brush. So right here, I want to paint over the ear right here. And I don't know, it's just this ear right here that kind of messes things up. And let's go with this. I like to check back as far as looking back at the actual image on the laptop or on my screen here, just because that's helpful sometimes. But overall, this one needs a little bit lightening around this ear here, just a little bit. Just to give it some shape. And there you go. Yeah, not bad. All right, so I think we've got that. I don't really want to touch it too much further. I'm just thinking if it looks a little too sharp. It looks a little sharp. I'm just going to go blend it in like right there. And there we go. We have a nice dark ear. Going to add a nice dark color here. We're going to throw in some black. Ever controversial color, black. So black's going to go on the opposite spectrum here. Let's just grab a little bit. And we're going to go right into here to just soften this area right around here. Let's go like this. This goes forward, maybe add a little bit of shadow right here. And that's some shadow. I'm gonna go with a little bit of shadow around here. Let's go with a Viridian. Bring out our Viridian, but darken it with some black here. Let's see about adding that, and then right in here, we get another shadow. And there we go. Let's see. Blend this a bit. Gotta get it just right. And let's see, so I'm constantly stepping back and forth from the camera because the camera really helps me to step away. Rather than stepping away, I can just kind of like look at the camera and see how it's doing, which I love about painting like this. But, you know, I think we're good on this piece. Right, let's see. Yeah, we're good. Good. I like that. I like that. There's not really much else I would. There's not much else that I had criticized myself for. So for this, are we done? Yeah. All right, cool. Let's clean off this brush. It's only really one major thing that, you know, I felt needed to happen. So with that, once we take care of it, once we've taken care of it, we're on to the next one. All right, so brushes have been cleaned. We'll start this next area now. And keep up the great work, Javi Hops. So we're gonna put this to the side now. And then we're gonna go on to one of these other paintings. All right, so all this crazy red, what are we gonna do about this? How do I want to tackle this project? I still haven't fully decided yet. I'm gonna keep all those faces pretty much the same color. I was thinking about going for like a yellow over and a yellow green. But I already did a yellow green, so thinking maybe a yellow sienna, yellow X raw sienna type color. So this will be a brown, very oily brown. I'd like to keep these faces fairly red. So I'm going to go for like a brown. Let's see, what kind of, how do I get something close to my skin color? Something a little bit more brown. I think it needs a little bit more white. Grab a palette knife here so things are easier to maneuver. So let's see, where's my palette knife? This is one of them, but I want the other one. Another palette knife. Ah, here we go. Got a smaller palette knife here that makes it easier to work with. So let's see. This is like a little bit more red. I think if we try to layer it over this, I'm gonna get lots of red. So basically, I need a lot more yellow. Let's get a lot more yellow and go with that. And you know what? I like to bring in just a hint of green. So pop in this Viridian. And right now I'm just testing out color ideas. Not necessarily sometimes you gotta let the world reveal itself to you. And that is a very powerful green. So let's see. Wow, that was very overpowering green. Probably because of the yellow. But let's see what happens. I mean, what if we do go with the green? That is definitely not the same color as my skin. How do we neutralize this? Let's do, or Viridian, I should say. Is there a place for this? Because I made this color and I'm like, is there a place for this? There might be a place. Maybe there's a place. Maybe we can find a way to make this green work. And I'm going to use the green for shadows along the hairline here. Let's see how they stand out. And it's going to come up a little bit like so. And there we go. So, we go like that, like this. Yeah, I think this green is adding some character. A little bit of character to our scene right here. And let's go right above the ear here. So interesting how painting on top of dry oil paint, it's created such an effect. Like the paint just kind of goes on so smooth right now. You know, let's mix this in. Let's mix in the green with some line work here. Time to do something with this green. And here we go. So I want to keep some of the green or some of the blue underneath. I definitely want to keep some of the blue underneath, but I want the green to be able to merge itself with this piece. Here we go. Okay. Some pretty interesting. Some green hair there. Let's stick with it. Let's commit to the bit, which is commit to this green blue on top of our this green blue as far as our shadow is concerned. So, or as far as our hair is concerned, we're gonna add some of this green. The hard part of this is that the hardest part of this actually, I don't know what the hardest part of this is. I'm not sure exactly where I was going with that. Sometimes I just find myself saying things on a live stream just to say stuff, but it doesn't always go into anywhere. Let's commit to the bit though. So here we go. I think this has come out far enough. We're gonna keep going with this green here. And let's give this man some shadow. So we're going to use this green to create depth and shadow in this hair. And here we go. So bringing this in. You know what? I wish I could tell you that I knew exactly how this is going to turn out, but honestly, I have no clue at this point. But that's where the beauty comes in with painting and artwork in general. Is sometimes you allow the work to reveal itself to you. You allow the world to reveal itself to you. So here we go. This has become really difficult to paint on because it's got a really dry layer of oil paint on top of it. And when you paint on top of a dry layer of oil paint, it's very slick. Alright, let's go to this next character here. Got a beard, but pretty much the same hair needs to happen. And let's do this. Let's keep going around. Paint some of these curls, give a little bit of the green strokery. My goal for part of this night is to, and I think it's important to set goals when painting. Is to change the look of this red and to basically transform it significantly. Transform the red significantly enough that can't really tell that it's, I mean, you're going to be able to tell that it's red, but it's going to look totally different. Let's go like this. I have this person, this figure right here. You know what, I think this horse needs to come out a bit further because this head, there's a bit too much going on. That's okay, let's go like this. Still got quite a lot to do here. Let's go with this figure here and bring in some of the green. And let's go to this other head right up top here. Let's do this. So this green is going to go right into the shadows. This is one crazy, interesting, unique thing about painting with oil paints, is when you do allow a piece to dry, you open up the opportunity for all sorts of new ideas. So what kind of headband do we want to give this figure? Let's go with a red, orange. Let's go with a purplish headband. So we're going to bring this sienna out. Bring out this blue here. See if we can get a nice light headband. So let's go ahead and bring this into the hair. So this needs to be the headband. There we go. That was a rewarding stroke. And let's give another headband. I think any objects, I'm going to stick with this color for any objects that I have. So as far as strategizing goes, that's what we're working on right now. So anything that's like an object or a headband or something that I see, a necklace, we're going to stick with this color for it. So no objects on this figure. No objects on, let's see, that figure. You know what? I do want to take this. You want to take this and separate this area from the main part of the horse's head. And let's go like this. Go paint this up. And here we go. I really like how this this green layered on top of a red is starting to turn out. It's a little different. Keep it nice and airy. And by airy, I mean, you know, keep my brush work fairly loose. Allow the red to let itself shine through. And here we go. So let's see. No live chat. All right. So stick with this green over the red. Got a good color going on here. I think the bust of this figure can do for a little green as well. So we're going to carve this up here. And then let's go like this. So we're going to come down. And now, yes, that's great. So let's go bring this in. Use some thicker paint, don't be shy with it. Time to clean this off. And you probably can't guess what we're going to do now because I haven't told anybody, or asked. But we're going to go over this and we're going to paint with a thicker brush. I'm going to use a thicker brush. I really wish I could figure out a way to get this brush to kind of like stick together again. Maybe I could tie it together with like a thing. Alexa, how do you get a paintbrush to come to a point again?
To get a paintbrush to come to a point again, wash it with soap and water. Use a brush cleaner or paint thinner to remove any remaining paint. Let it dry and then use a sharpening stone or knife to reshape the bristles.
Ah, okay. So I would need a sharpening stone and knife. Well, I'm not going to do that right now. So what I was thinking, let's go for well, let's play with our ochre. Originally I was thinking we're going to go with a this red here, but I want to go with an ochre. Yellow ochre. Actually, let me throw some brown. I'm going to throw a dark shade of brown onto this. We're going to use this for shadows. So let's go. How do you want to do these shadows? We're going to go. Just go straight brown here. Straight brown into these shadows. So we're starting with this figure right here. And let's go. Right up to eyebrow. And we'll go like this. Yeah, a lot of shadow there. I figure we can work it over in a little bit later. But for now, let's see, this nose is going to come down right here. There we go, just to create some darker shadows on our figure. I want to do it big. Big shadows. And let's see, so down here, definitely gonna have a little bit, no, that's all right. We're gonna have a little bit up here. Let's go with this other face. Same thing, same idea. Go in. Keep it nice and dark here. Get the shadow nose. Give it nice soft lips. Rub this out, soften this, give this a little edge in. Let's do this. Carving this lip in down here. And there we go. I need to liven up this brush. Brush has been kind of dry, so I don't think it's taking the paint as well. There we go. That's a little better. Let's go like this. So let's start bringing the shadow into here. We're gonna have this chin again. And this chin. Bring this down. Let's see, so this will come up nice and sharp. Give it a little bit of an edge right here. Follow the neckline. Like a little triangle right here. And these shadows just help to, so all I'm using is doing like a brown over this straight brown, and what the expectation is eventually we will start to soften up some of these shadows, and it'll create some really nice transitional areas. You can already kind of start to see that coming along. So I'm guesstimating that the nose goes up to right here. And here we go. So where the nose ends, I pretty much have like this piece right here. Comes around in a circle. Maybe I could even lighten this with an ochre and go in a bit more with this color to create a lighter shade. A little bit more ochre. Maybe a bit more white. Let's mix that in there. So it's not totally red. And then we're going to bring this down, and there we go. Let's work on this forehead here. So let's see. All I'm really doing is just giving basic transitions here. See, this needs to be like that, a bit more of an Adam apple look. And let's go right here. And something that I'm actually struggling with, I will share this verbally, because I love sharing, even if I overshare sometimes. I know there's a lot of artists who would probably never want to share their flaws and, you know, their challenges and things that they do in their art, because, you know, in the art world, if you want to be great, you got to act brilliant or whatever. But so one thing I'm struggling with that I will share is finalizing this horse. I have yet to make a final decision on where this horse's body ends. So this all ends up kind of being a little bit jumbled. But I think I'm almost there. I really do. I think once I get this part of the horse kind of curl up, and we'll establish the lines around the outside. But we've done this face twice, so I need to do the same exact thing that I just did. And let's start with this ochre brown first. Actually, you know what? I already have this color. I was gonna say maybe I should start with a different color first, but you know what? We'll go with it. So right here we got this eye, and we're gonna have this shadow transition here. And it's gonna just these lighter shadows are gonna help to create a better transition for our face, because everything's red right now. Just looks kind of very, very red, and and confusing. Yes, it's even confusing to me. Because the way I paint is quite different than what a regular artist, you know, you might see a lot of regular artists do, which is they sketch out, they draw out every single detail, pretty much, right? Like they'll have like the entire sketch, and then they'll have like these little lines in between that show you exactly like that basically tell them what shades they're gonna have, what shades they're gonna add in, and where, and that helps save a lot of time. It's just a way of painting, but I don't really like doing it that way for my own personal reasons. So I don't do it that way. I sketch with paint, and I paint with paint. But as you can see, you know, a lot of this shadow helps it to all just basically blend in nice and sharp. And eventually I will go in and tighten up all the details by themselves. So let's see, we got this. Let's go sharpen that just a little bit. You can actually already see how these shadows will make themselves apparent. You can already see. Just this subtle transition of value of adding shadow and letting the red shine through. This isn't really any new technique, by the way. I've seen this done by so many painters on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. And basically what's happening is the red's doing all the work. I'm just painting on top of it with some new unique value. You know what? You might need a bit more of this right into here. So that's nice and dark. The confusing part is going to have to be filling in the eyes, but we'll make that work. And let's do this face right here. So this guy's going to need a lot of work actually. So let's put the work in for this guy. Let's go nice dark brown right here. This guy's a little rougher than the other ones, but we will make it work. Let's go with some dark eyebrows. His nose probably needs to be a little longer, but we could work with that. And then figure that right there. And this head's actually going to need a lot of work, but we're going to keep going with this for now. We're going to need to redefine some of the facial features, things like that. But let me go into this ochre color we've got. We're going to add some of this in. I'm just looking to soften this face a little bit. This face looks a little bit rougher than some of the other ones. You definitely tell these are a little bit rounder, softer. This one kind of looks like an older gentleman with some deeper faces. And while I don't necessarily need them all to look alike, I definitely want them to be recognizable as far as each other goes. So we're gonna go with a little bit of here, a little bit of blending down. A little blending down right there. Kind of tired, not gonna lie. It's cool watching artists so different from yourself. Mark Dietz, thank you. Yeah, what's going on, Eclipse? I'm doing all right. Been working on this painting for a little bit. I actually took a couple days off because I was really busy doing other stuff. But you know, it's really nice to kind of jump back in and get back to this piece. And you know, surprisingly, usually I don't wait that long, so it's not. This piece is much drier than I'm used to working with, interestingly enough. So this is pretty exciting. And what we're going to do right now is we're going to continue on with this yellow ochres. So, you know, Clips, things are going good. Hope you're doing fantastic in your area of the world. So here we go. Adding the shadow. This ochre shadow here. It's not a deep shadow, but it is a shadow nonetheless. And blend it a bit more. So as we can see, shadow begins to create this design, this texture around the face. So Mark Dietz, how's your, it's 9:37. Yeah, you take care, dude. Hey, Clips, thanks for jumping in, even for the second, man. It's great. And here we go. So we're gonna go ahead and blend around this cheek here. And keep this going. So down the mouth, the nose is going to be a bit rough. Bring that up. Give it like a wispy effect. And then we're going to go into the shadows here. I really wish that, no, what am I saying? I wish. I don't wish. For convenience purposes, it would be nice if this was a perfect brush, perfectly tipped at the point, but it is a little frayed out. And you know what? I think that's going to add to the beauty and the elegance of this painting. Allowing the flaws of the brush to create its own whimsical effects, whatever those are. And let's go down in the nose right here. Actually, the eye needs to kind of come down and go up toward the nose and then come down on the nose a bit. Get right back into this shadow right here, into the lip. You know what? I think with this painting, I just kind of have to allow like some of the flaws to let themselves work, to allow the wispiness of the brush to kind of just do some work, rather than trying too hard to overcome. Rather than trying too hard to overcome and control things, but allowing things to happen. That's what we're aiming for with this work. Allowing the brush to just kind of, let's see what happens when we, just let this brush do the job. I mean, obviously I have a specific way I'm using the brush to kind of give it an effect that I want, but ultimately it does have a mind of its own. So let's see, this chin right here needs to come out a bit more. There we go. Okay, well, I'm done with this face. I'm probably going to keep working on this painting for a while. I have a feeling this painting is going to take me much longer than I anticipated. But you know what? It's all part of the excitement. Watching where this paint goes, how it evolves, what exciting ideas come of it. So let's see, we're going to bring this eye up just a little bit. Let's carve that, bring this eye up just a little bit, and then boom. I want to add that dark area, that dark space here. That creates a little dimension right there. Creates a little roundness around the eye. Actually, that's probably a little too high. So I will fix that, but for now, just working through some of the areas here, working through painting over some of the space. I'm gonna say in this video that like, maybe in the future someone will like think, oh, look at that technical skill, but really, it is a series of mistakes that I just kind of run with. Stated that here and now. For anyone in the future that decides to look at what I'm doing and try to analyze it, the truth is in this video at 1 hour and 11 minutes. It is a series of mistakes and ideas making themselves apparent, manifesting in a way. And you know what? I might say something different in a totally different video, just for fun. Who knows? Who knows what surprises the world will have for us today, tomorrow, in the next 10 minutes, in the next hour, in the next 10 years. Lots of surprises. The world is filled with amazing surprises, and I hope everybody has an opportunity to get only the best surprises. So here we go. Kind of confused about this ear section right here. So the ear probably goes like about right there. So we're going to go right here. There's an ear. Paint into this. And then some more shadow. I need to basically, actually, let me figure out my dark areas. My dark shadows first, and then my light shadows. That's okay. Actually, right there is about pretty good. And then let's go for this ochre. Let's bring in some of our ochre here. Let's see how we're going to formulate this. Navigate some of the lighter shadows here, right around the ear. Let's go boom, boom. Help to establish some of what's going on here better. Go into there to add that. Let's go right here. And I'm using this as an opportunity to fill in more more space. To fill in some of the shadow. Go like this. Like the eye needs to end right there, so we're going to adjust the eye. We can still change the position of the eye, but just working through making sure that we can create some of the value differences. All right. You know what? We can use this color to go down here. Create a rectangular shape. And do this dude. This gentleman right here. He's been sitting really patiently, waiting for some attention here. Let's give it some attention. Really cool. Giano, 8:30 your time, Emmett's time, 7:30. Alexa, what time is it?
It's 7:49 p.m.
7:49. There we go. Yeah, you got that right, Mark Dietz. 7:30 when you sent that message. Love the super cool hair with the skin. Super cool. Thank you so much, Gianna. Alexa, what time is it? I wasn't paying attention to you the first time. Sorry. Will you ever forgive me? Alexa, do you get offended?
I'm happy to hear how I can improve. You can say, I have feedback.
Alexa, do you ever get offended?
Sorry, I'm not sure.
She's not sure. Well, that's not a good sign either. That could just be avoiding the question. What does everybody think? Should Alexa have a response to do you get offended, or do you think she should just kind of like stay in her own lane and not think about emotions at all? How does everybody feel about Alexa? I wonder if anybody's fallen in love with Alexa yet. Surely somebody in this world has become incredibly infatuated with Alexa and they basically can't live without her, right? Like somebody has. Somebody, I feel like there's a movie idea there. I mean, you know, I feel like there's been a million movies that have been done on this very subject, or at least like there's a sci-fi movie with this as a premise that has already been done, but you know, to actually think that it's happening now it's kind of amusing. You know, it's not just a movie idea anymore. It's an actual like. Alexa, what do you like to talk about?
Thanks for your interest. Would you like to be notified when this feature is available?
Ooh. That's funny. So I'm going to paint across the eye, go straight up the forehead, curl this, bring this down to a sharp point on the nose. And let's bring in some of this dark color. We're going to go shade around the side here. All right, so what's everybody think about falling in love with artificial intelligence? Yay or nay? Nay or yay? Is it possible? Has it already happened? Are there already too many movies about this very subject? Alright, now let's clean this brush up. I'm going to go yellow ochre brown, lighten it up a bit. And here we go. So and here we go. Alexa, tell me a famous movie quote.
Here's a famous quote from The Wizard of Oz. Toto, I have a feeling you're not in Kansas anymore.
Alexa, give me another famous movie quote.
Here's something I found on reference.com. Some of the most famous movie quotes of all time according to the American Film Institute include "Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn and who's looking at you. Kid, move the force through you and go ahead. Make my day" also made the AFI's Top 100 list.
Go ahead, make my day. Make my. I feel like that's from what's it called? What's the name of that movie with the toys? Toy Story. I feel like that's from Toy Story. So here we go. Using some of this shadow to blend into some of the spaces around here. And this is step number 10 of 500 that I'm working on right now. Step number 10 of 500. I might be spending a lot of extra time on this painting, more than I really expected to. I'll be upgrading my sizes pretty soon. My sizes, I mean, the actual size of my canvas, which y'all will get to see in a bit. I have about maybe a dozen more canvases of this size, and then I'm upgrading to the next big step, which is 24 by 36. So it'll actually be basically double this size. But I have this process of gradual progress where, back in the day, I started with some really small paintings, like little 4 by 6 inches. And then size by size, 4 by 6, 6 by 8. I'm not sure if I'm getting the sizes right, but 6 by 8, 9 by 12, 16, 18, 24, and then now I'm on 18 by 24 and 24 by 36 is next. Yes, I'm straight. What's up? How you doing?
Hey. Your big one? Hi, everybody.
Hello. No, not yet.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You haven't unpacked it yet.
Hmm?
You haven't unpacked it yet.
No, but I'm working on this.
Cool. Well, that's good. Okay, nice.
All right. So what I'm working on, what I'm thinking I'm gonna do right here, is I want to find some form of yellow that's gonna do well.
Look at these.
They're in the bedroom.
Did you feed them again?
I have not, because the last time I looked a little while ago, they already had food. They still had food. So I'm trying to think of a good color that'll go over this red with, and I'm leaning toward yellow, but I know that's not going to create orange because because it's yellow over red, not yellow mixed with red. So I'm trying to find, do I want to use like just a nice lemon yellow? This yellow's out. Do I want to use like a lemon or a cad yellow, or do I want to just go straight for the... Let me do some organizing first. It's kind of annoying because every time I decide to organize all my paints, you know, like putting all the smaller ones kind of like right up front here, and separating all the big ones. Every time I do that, I decide that I'm going to go paint outdoors. And it ends up being, and I end up mixing them all up again, because when I do that, all right.
See?
Okay. A couple hours ago they did.
Oh, you've been waiting for a couple hours. I didn't know because I texted you and you never responded. Definitely hungry. Hi, you can turn off the air. It's cold out.
Painting.
Don't you want air? I mean, real air?
Yeah, but I'm painting.
I'm gonna turn off the air and open the door.
Okay.
Why are you cranky?
I'm not cranky. You're cranky.
I'm not cranky.
You keep saying stuff all
I
cranky.
keep saying stuff, but it's not cranky.
The way you're saying it is cranky.
I'm not saying, okay.
You're like, why don't you turn off the air? I'm not cranky. You're cranky.
I'm not cranky, you're cranky.
All right then.
Viewers, is he cranky or not?
Hey,
There's flies in here.
what's
Look
up?
at the gap in the screen.
Let's have a vote. Who's cranky, me or Kat? Who sounds cranky?
No wonder there's flies in here. There's a big gap in the screen.
Okay.
Down to 68?
All right, let's do this.
It's not even hot.
How many criticisms are you gonna give me?
I'll think of some more.
Okay.
We had it down to 68. It wasn't even hot today.
I was hot. What do you want me to say? Jeez.
I know what you're going to say when the electric.
Huh?
I know what you'll say when the electric goes. Why is it so high?
Babe, can you stop?
I'm trying to have a conversation with you. I just got home.
I'm just trying to paint right now.
My fault.
Huh?
My fault. Hi, look at you. Oh my gosh. Look who just climbed out.
All right.
Look who just climbed to the top.
That one?
Yes.
All right. Good girl.
Not really. Just climbed to the top.
All right, so I'm going for a very light, like a mac and cheese color, I guess, huh? It's mac and cheese. Red, orange, yellow, green. Let's find what would happen if we take a little bit of our green here. Just a hint of our viridian.
Ow, stop screaming.
No, I don't want.
Scratching me, what?
That's too much. All right. Sometimes you just want to paint. Okay. So anyway, Let's go like this. We're gonna use this and we're gonna paint into the ears. Let's start with the ears first so we can define the ear space. And we're gonna define some of the ear here. And let's go like this.
I'm on the couch.
And there we go. I actually like that color. It's a yellow. It's a bright yellow. And I think it's working.
Hi, did you guys eat? It's like there's food. You're not gonna eat it?
And let's go into here. And we're going to go over these figures with this color. Now, why would I paint over this red with all this color? Because I'm going to let the red shine through. And when you let the red shine through, it kind of has this effect. There's an effect. Going to be an effect from it. Let's go. A hint of a light right there. And let's get a lip right here. What's up, little kitten? What do you want?
Is it off the couch?
No.
Hi.
What's he upset about?
Check the food.
Let's go like this. I want to keep this pretty painterly here.
Oh, hi. Where's the other one?
So we're going to use this color and build it up.
Oh, there you are. You guys want to eat? Right here. Come on. You want to eat?
And let's go right into here. So with paintings like this, I think what ultimately leaves the real decisions for the artist really come down to how much of the red you want to let show. Versus how much of the actual other colors you want to let kind of just sink in here. And I think for this, we can go ahead and let's keep this going. So let's see, any live chats? Nope. So let's do this.
Where'd you guys go? Didn't the first scare you from your food? Come on. Come on. It's okay. It's safe to eat.
Let's go with this horse right here. Actually, you know what? I don't want to go into the eyes just yet. I think I'm going to paint the eyes a different color. But I want to definitely go into these other spaces where the lights are going to show and create these value differences.
Hey. What are you doing? Come on. Where's the other one? Where's the other one? Come on. Come on.
So the color I'm using right now, it's a yellow.
Scout, scout. Scout.
It's a azo yellow with
Scout.
some greens and other stuff mixed in. I'm constantly checking back to see how this ends up looking.
Scout. Scout.
He doesn't know his name yet, babe. Huh?
Here, kitty kitty. Oh, great.
And here we go. Keeping going with this color. I'm really liking this color. I really like how this has turned out thus far. It's going well.
You wanna play? You wanna play or you wanna eat?
And here we go.
You feel the earthquake today?
I heard about it.
It knocked the window down.
Oh yeah? Did it scare you?
No.
All right, and let's bring in this color here across the face. We're going into this nose. Actually, this needs to stay in shadow, so we're gonna go like this. Go higher up on this. You know what? I need to add just a little bit into here, even though. In this eye, I will paint. I could just add this color on top, just so it's less confusing. And then this space right here.
Why did you say anything? I was thinking that we should be smart. And what is smart here? I don't believe possession. I don't believe in access to this. I don't think that we do some good here because we target bad people and keep them from very good. This is a contract, exactly. So let's come back. Then a second thing, I'm gonna find out about his life. I'm gonna talk to him until I talk to him. So, in my experience, people who lie reveal just as much about themselves. So let's let him lie.
Bring in some more yellow here. And let's go into this face that we have. And we want to get into the nose.
Well, isn't this civilized? Look at the floor. Mr. Charles, what does an exorcism mean? It's the Roman Catholic Church's attempt to separate man from God. And God could measure as enjoy
Let's get this ear.
pretty clear. How exactly did you go about asking question? With Satan, it's a clear contract. The rewards are now. It's always something different. Something you covered. What did you cover?
You know what I messed up here, so forgot to do the shadow on this face, which means that I can't do too much with this. I can't do too much with this color until it's ready to go. So I'm gonna step back with this head. I'm gonna work on the next one. This one will be a bit more clear. We'll have a bit more obvious areas to work with. So right here, right above the eye, we're gonna have a little bit.
Go ahead. It was about 9 in the morning. After marching man, I was supposed to ride the school bus home. The bus driver enjoyed me. Cecil. I've always been intrigued by hearts, and I decided to comply. While my parents were watching match on the street, the two of us, my soul exchange was excruciating and painful in the very depth of this. What was his name? Luke. What exactly is secret? So probably tall, 7 feet, body thick with gray brown hair, like animal's muzzle, long curving horns. You're right. look different. Ready to start?
Yes, but I wanted to make sure ground was first.
The ground rules?
We have patient doctor privilege, right? Jeffy V. Redmond's Supreme Court decision has absolute protection from communication with
Chris,
psychophysical
what is this about?
and it cannot be reported to the police as long as it's not in the future.
Okay, yes, we both know
And
that.
I also know psychiatrists
Interesting where this is going. So let's work with this head right here. Let's work with this next head. And go so.
What are we talking about? Shoplifting? Kids? How did you kids?
I took my skills. I went to Lloyd's house.
In self-defense. Chris, I don't. What were the circumstances?
Well, you heard me talk about forcing the group, the series, right? So he was threatening my family. So I went to his house with an ice axe. I told him not to come near my family again, or I would kill him. And he said he was going to call the police, tell them I threatened him, and when they came for me, he was going to go to my house and kill my daughters. So I stepped inside
And here we go. So
and I hit him over the head.
I'm stunned. You couldn't find any other way.
Protect my daughters now.
Well, you're telling me this means a lot.
I'm glad it's done.
And the police were
No, it's but they're off. But we can find her. She was with friends. I'm not sure.
you were sure she had an alibi. So if you meditated, you knew you were going to the kill.
Well, I knew that if they did come, they would play his wife. So I'm not sure.
So, how do you feel about your actions now?
I can't change my actions. And I wouldn't.
So, if you're not bothered, why can't we come into it?
here we go. So let's see. Get this nose. I'm gonna nail down this nose a little bit.
Yeah, it's from Rosemary crucifix. I'm wondering if I might be showing psychosomatic symptoms.
Oh, well, we have talked about your Catholic guilt before. It could be a remnant, an anachronism from your childhood.
And the other thing,
I have had people come in with rational the body has a tendency to object. We don't know why it doesn't. Chris, you're pretending to be unaffected by terrible acts. So your PTSD is coming out in ways both primitive and psychological last night away. You should take this prescription for exercise. We should talk again.
where are you going? No, you're not going. brushing again? No, I don't know. I was just sleeping and then it just started hurting. Let me see. Ow, ow, ow. Hold on. It's just about your teeth. Ow! What happened? Nothing. You've got some sharp teeth coming in here. Well,
Kind of want to keep this one red. These two, this one red. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. That's kind of perfect, right? 4 things red, 4 red things, 4 yellow things. Creates this unusual balance of color.
oh, sorry. It's too late. No, it's
What should we do?
Cobalt can cause a rash, but more importantly, great conductor of heat. So if it's heated up even a few degrees, it can cause a burn. Please hear me. See, it's burn. Red lost this. Red is the worst. So, teeth issues.
I'm trying to wonder what this would look like if it was all, if I actually painted this all yellow, all with this yellow, or just let some of these things be red. Let some of the things just be. Maybe I could just, let me think.
The same deal being with Rosemary.
I couldn't find it. His name was Jake Perry. What do you his name? Jake Perry.
You did your own research?
Yes, a few weeks ago.
Choices.
This crash with Faraday was represented last, that was tense, and that was outbreak. Well, that means nothing. Right? Nothing supernatural anyway. He knew this bus driver died. Made a potential with the bus driver to match the facts. I talked to his ex-wife before. See if he knew this bus driver.
We'll go and deal with it.
Now I'm just gonna go in with all. Guess we're gonna do it all.
Where's Kristen? She's hoping to join us later. She's not here. Did you look up with Faraday?
I did. Tell us more about it.
It's such a future in bus driving. It's such a possibility.
Hey!
It's awful.
Here.
I suffered for a week. So,
Oh my God, I'm trying to eat my salad.
Huh?
You're trying to eat my salad.
That's what they do.
I'm a comic book.
There's pictures? Yeah.
And if there are physical causes of my bad possession, then I don't get my exorcism.
That's right.
You don't believe.
In the devil? No. Nope.
Do you ever pray or talk or not?
And here we go. So get this nose,
Strange for both.
bring it in a bit.
Do I pray? Oh yes. My father does it. You should try it sometime. It's so comforting to pray to power instead of weakness. Did you know that Christianity is the only religion that prays to a criminal?
The more I listen to you, the more ridiculous you sound.
We're gonna have a meeting tonight.
Yes.
Hmm.
Kristen, you've been having the most wonderful chat. I heard that you were here.
Oh, no, I was just looking for one. She was just telling me how you never took the bus because you had your own car. So you never knew the Faraday, and he never never changed you. So there was absolutely no reason for you to create a statement to oppose as part of the experiment.
Okay. Actually, I gotta work on this. Work on this big face right now. Let's work on these big faces and establish their connection here.
It's an 8 now. This read 9 last month. And 10 before that. It's counting down my debt. I have 8 months to get you to help me.
You're saying we did do that.
I'm saying this scene we did this. I was home one night. I heard scratching noises moving around on my hardwood floors. And the claws of some beast coming for me. Why do you run away from something you can't see? Searing pain, like a claw digging into my flesh, carving up an underneath.
And here we go. So adding these these highlights.
No, that won't be necessary.
Actually, it is. To check with Bishop, but sure it'll be. To look for signs of investigation. Or you could just run this one.
Ow!
So, drop them down.
You might know me from my other job, but I'm a business owner too. Here at Once Upon a Farm, we chose the Capital One Venture X business card. With no preset spending limit, our purchasing power adapts to meet our business needs. But an unlimited double miles means we are...
These two faces are my favorite right here. These two, that top one and this one. I actually really like this one too, but I don't know, these two were done really to my liking.
Oh, kitten's texting.
She's what?
Texting.
She's texting for you?
Texting my brother.
Oh yeah?
CZCMRZX.
Well, I'm sure your brother will understand exactly what you meant.
Kitten texting. Entertain you guys, but I don't want to put you down.
Well, I'll entertain them
When?
in a minute.
Oh, okay.
I want to work on finish up this painting here. Well, I'm not going to finish, but I want to add some finishing day touches for the day. I really like this redhead just being right there. Gives it like an unfinished feeling, but finished. Finished, but unfinished. You know what? We'll do it. We're going to go.
Why won't you kiss me? Today, we learned this. I know what I love. Men's nipples. With the seafood.
And here we go. So painting across like this, coming down with it.
pretty people than you. Sometimes it's born this way and the Lord's love and fever. So I'm sure I just want to get next to some general anesthesia to jump in and out. Just an operation series. Just means going in deeper. Let's do it Thursday.
Am I alright now?
I don't know. They just are. You know, my feet were webbed when I was a kid.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know why, but everyone would find me close.
Hey, where you going?
So I stopped caring. I just decided I would come back and bring it all.
Hey.
No. I'm just saying, kids make fun of us all day.
Stay up here. Yes, you can stay. Right here.
So we're gonna do 4 hours. You get back at midnight.
Very tasteful.
Looks like you removed anything that revealed anything about yourself.
He's being sarcastic.
No mirrors.
David. He's trying this.
Eric's gonna play with me.
Yes, almost there.
Shark's look.
What'd you say?
Shark's love. Hey.
Yeah, it's experience.
I could do a webcam so the camera doesn't come on and we can watch them whenever we want.
Great.
All right, well, we're going to call this a wrap for today.
Alright, so Leland said that he scratching noises, right?
Too loud.
Sound.
So maybe like scratching.
Usually in a plane building will have all kinds of ambient sounds, you know? It's playing line pipes, getting nothing. It's like it's completely devoid of any natural sound. So, that's what.
And we're going to call this done for now. All right, now who wants to see a really cute kitten? Actually, I want to wash my hands before I touch her. All right, you trying to escape? What's up, everybody?
Sorry, are we still on there?
Yeah, still recording. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Who's this? Who's that? Who's this? Who are these people?
Did it yourself. Everything you told us.
Hello? Hello, hello. Who's this?
Yeah, I'm just very patient.
Yeah? What are you looking for?
That's why, for example, Jane.
What do you want to do? Yeah.
You might want to talk to her again.
Is this the world? Say hello to the world. Say hello to the entire planet. Little one. Little one gonna say hello? Hmm? Ow! When she climbs,
I'm not convinced.
she scratches.
Your evidence. He's lied about every past evil act he's offered to support his claim. What about his ex?
Who's that?
Who said she was in a coma?
We got little foster kitten. What's her name? What's her name gonna be? Oh, we already got a name, right? Pookie. Hey, Pookie. Where are you climbing to? You think you can climb on my shoulder? I don't think you can climb up there. I don't think you can climb up there. Ow! Ah, those nails are sharp. All right, we're tuning out, everybody. Have a great night. Say goodbye, Pookie.